at the sort of standard varietals that we think of, particularly in red wines, we look at Merlot. Merlot is very high in tannin, low in acid. Terrible to pair with food. It's a real challenge. If you look at Cabernet Sauvignon, very high in acid, and that's great, but also high in tannin, so you need a piece of raw red meat to make that work. Pinot Noir, being relatively low in tannin, is missing it's one of the few reds that is missing a whole complement, if you will. It's missing half the tannin family than all other red varietals. That helps it to be more food able. Right. And the other thing that's very interesting about Pinot Noir, I describe it as a world of chaos. We have, I think there's at least 35 different clones now in the state of Oregon. And with the fact that each clone has its own expression, and you put that on a piece of property that has its own expression, you've got this sort of factorial number of options that make it so interesting that no one can duplicate from year to year what they're doing.
That's interesting.
And I think shaping somehow something out of chaos to come up with a wine each year is part of what keeps us here. It's intellectually stimulating.
Pinot Noir and Pinot Gris, you know, both are really food friendly, as Rob was saying, food able, and any sommelier or wine professional who works in restaurants will always know that those are their go-to wines.
Sure.
That if they have a table of 4 people and around the table everybody's eating something completely different,
right.
One person has whitefish and the other person has duck and the other person has I can't even think of anything, pasta fish.
Sure.
The rack of lamb, and a bottle of really fine Pinot Noir is going to be the thing that works for everybody and makes everybody's meal special. Yeah, it's really a good thing. And I remember when I was working in restaurants, so that was always the way that I could make everybody happy. But,
so, how did the two of you end up together?
Well, I told you we fell in love over Pinot Noir. That's true, we did. In 1990, Rob was living in Yakima, making not enough Pinot Noir, but wishing he could make more. But he did make a little Pinot Noir, and he was the featured Washington winery at the International Pinot Noir Celebration. And I was living in Chicago selling wine for a distributor who specialized in boutique wineries, and at the time Oregon was very boutique. Came out here to go to the event, and it's a 3-day event. It starts on Friday and goes through Sunday afternoon. Friday morning before breakfast, our friend Marilyn Webb, who owns Bethel Heights, introduced us to each other. And by the end of the weekend, we knew that we were going to be...
She knew that we were going to be married. It took me about a year.